channel. I was just here sitting on the bus and thinking, people always asking, how are you? How are you? When they ask how are you wonder what's going on in their head and why are they asking the question. But how are you is a very popular and common question to ask. When people ask you the question, how are you? They're concerned. They want to know how you're feeling. They want to know how you're doing. What the state of your inside is like. People are very much concerned about stuff like that. So they will ask. As a mother, I always ask my children that question. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Because as a mother, I'm very concerned for my children and I want them to be feeling their best, experience their best feeling in the present moments. It just dawned on me how very often people ask us that question. The funny thing though is that sometimes people hide their true feelings and they hide their emotion. They don't really want nobody to know how they're feeling at a particular time. It's just really strange, the kind of world that we live in. But one of the feelings that we should really, really, really be concerned about, or a feeling that most people would not be afraid to hide and would really enjoy telling others, is that they're feeling happy, they're feeling joyful, they're feeling calm, they're at peace. People would want to tell persons that they're feeling this way. If someone is feeling ashamed or guilty or upset or angry, those are low feelings that nobody wants to have, nobody feel comfortable talking about, nobody care for. Sometimes there are people who really don't even care how someone is feeling. So they would try to, say things to them to even make them feel worse about themselves, make them feel less than human. That's the kind of world that we live in. But I just want to remind someone today that we have a friend. We have a friend in heaven, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ, who cares about our feelings. He cares how we feel. He does not want us to live a life in shame and guilt and doubts and hate and anger and rage. He does not want those kind of feelings for us. He is the Prince of Peace, the Master of Spirits. He has the power over spirits, over life and death. And today, He's asking us to seek to have the spirit of love and the feeling of love and joy and peace within. Because all the others in terms of doubt and guilt and shame, those are low frequency, low energy, and those spirit does not come from Him. Those spirit and feeling come from the devil. God is love and God is light, and He desires for us to feel our best every single day. He wants the best for us. To God be the glory. He wants the best for us.
Stop requesting.
Thank you. A lot of people, go through this life and they're living. You have a lot of wealthy people who have it all financially. But within, inside, sometimes they're not feeling their best. Sometimes they're not feeling physically healthy. They could be feeling sick, or sometimes they're feeling angry. A lot of time they're feeling angry or depressed or sad. You know, these kind of feelings that we have, oftentimes they can't be bought. These are things that cannot be bought. Peace of mind cannot be bought. Peace of mind can only come from the Creator. Peace of mind only comes from God. You know, the God of the heavens and the earth, the ruler and master. We have not, as human beings, we have really and truly, I believe, have not been paying close attention to our feelings, emotions. I'm always saying this, and I think it is so true. It's as if it's something that is tearing us in our eyes on a day-to-day basis, but we just can't see it. We hide our feelings, we hide our true feelings sometimes. You know, sometimes we want to have a certain kind of feelings, so we, such as excitement and ecstasy and a high. So sometimes people seek that in drugs or alcohol or sexual exploitation, all kind of things. But the Lord wants to remind us that He is the master of feelings. He created feelings and spirit because God is a spirit. And they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. So I just want to remind someone today that Jesus cares about our feelings and emotions, and He wants us to feel our best every day. It doesn't matter what our circumstances, whatever we are going through in life, it doesn't matter what we're going through. We can still find peace in the midst of the storm. We can find comfort. We can find joy. We can still have the strength to go on. We can have peace within. Sometimes you can tell how someone is feeling based on how they present themselves to the world, how they dress themselves sometimes. You know, sometimes you see people who used to look their best, beautiful, always well put together, and then you see them coming around looking all shabby and looking tacky and looking, you know, droopy. You can tell that, you know, they're not feeling right, because oftentimes the way you're feeling on the inside will be reflected on the outside as well. So, you know, it is important how we feel. God cares how we feel. There are people out there who might not care how someone else is feeling, another human being is feeling, but God cares how we feel. And He wants us to feel our best today. He wants us to look our best today. He wants us to prosper and be in good health today. You know, if the enemy has stolen our joy, He wants to give it back to us. He wants to tell us that we don't have to let our circumstances pull us down and cause us to have low feelings and low vibrations. We have to remind ourselves each day that we are not our mistakes, we are not our past, we are brand new, because God's mercy is new and fresh every single day. It doesn't matter where you are, what you've done. Once you can, you know, join yourself or seek after Christ, seek after righteousness, He can give you that good feelings we also desire, we also crave within. You don't have to be a king in a palace or on a tropical island or whatever. You don't have to have those things to have that joy within. On a rainy day, I was told once that you can have, if the sun is not out shining beautiful for you, you can project and shine that sunshine from within. You know, it's just amazing how we are more our inner person and our feelings, our emotions, than we are anything else, and we have not been paying close enough attention to these things. You know, sometimes in life, if you want to achieve the good in life, sometimes you have to push past your feelings and your emotions to achieve it. For example, if you want to, go to work on time, you have to be getting up early. Sometimes you don't feel like it, but because you know that you're gonna gain from it, and you'll be able to take care of your family and provide for yourself, you push past those feelings nevertheless. So we must pay attention to our feelings and emotions. The same way we do not allow ourselves to stay in bed for the whole day because we want to work and gain money to achieve. The same way we do not let that feeling of tiredness sometimes keep us down. That feeling of, oh, I don't feel like getting up today and going to work. Most of the time, even though it's so hard for us to do, we do not allow it to keep us down. It is the same way we should not allow the feeling of guilt, the feeling of shame, the feeling of anger, the feeling of jealousy, envy, malice, grudges, all of those things. It is the same way we should not let those low frequency energy and feelings keep us down and keep us trapped. God is telling us today that we can let go, we can let Him, we can allow Him to send those feelings that we need, those spirit that we need in us, which is the spirit of love, the spirit of joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control in our heart. We can achieve all those spirits through the power and the authority of the Prince of Peace, which is the Master of Spirit. Thank you so much for viewing my channel. I hope that this video will bless your heart. Be blessed and have a great day. Peace. I'm doing good.